So, you're probably wondering where I've been this past month. Well, it's a crazy story. It's not that crazy. So, the last time I left off on this channel, it was Christmas. And I made a video saying Merry Christmas. And I also was like, hey, it'd be fun. You guys choose my next video that I'd make. And I believe the winner of that poll was the Jordan comedy versus Lorne video that I came up with. I really like that idea, so I was very excited to start working on it. So I started working on it, and I got maybe 1/3 through the project, and it crashed. My computer, my laptop crashed. So I'm like, okay, it crashed, whatever. I lost everything basically, and I'm like, okay, I still have all the files, I just have to put everything back together. So I started from scratch again, and it crashed again around the same spot, and I deduced that my laptop can't handle the process of the videos that I'm making. So after a bit of that, I decided to upgrade to a computer, which you probably can't see, it's right over there in the corner. But this is the first time ever that I've had a computer, like a desktop computer. Every time I've ever worked, I've used a laptop at home. But now I have a computer, and I think it works really well. If this video comes out on the day it's supposed to come out, which is Valentine's Day, then it works out perfectly fine. So yeah, I got this new computer. And I was like, okay, I don't really want to start on this Jordan comedy versus Lorne video. It's a good idea, but I want to do it, and I'm going to do it eventually. But right now, I don't want to start on it. And even if I wanted to start on it, things come in the way. And by things, I mean first, school. School came along, and that was all fun. That started. So I was like, okay, let me get this all in order and start doing this. But then, as you can see, hopefully in the footage, the last time we left off, I had carpet on the ground under me, and now all of the carpet is gone because the carpet is disgusting and nasty and old, and my room in my entire house is the only room that has carpet. So I decided to pull it out completely, and what's very strange is that there isn't supposed to be brick under the carpet. It's supposed to be concrete on top of the bricks that lays on top under the carpet, but my room is very special and mine is only bricks, so we are in the process of tiling it up. So yeah, that's really where I've been, just getting stuff together. It took a month off for, I guess, channel wise, YouTube wise. I've just been writing down every idea I get for a video into a little notepad on my phone, so I have a bunch of ideas. I've also been listening to a bunch of calls in the dump, I've been trying to put together a story, right? I've been trying to put together a story of the catfishing story, because we all know there's a story, but there's bits and pieces of the story, right? So I've just been going through all the calls in the dump, pinning things together, and it's been a wild ride, and I want to keep doing that because I want to make a full video just outlining the entire story. I think it'd be a fun and creative thing to do. So after that little bit of housekeeping, I guess you can call it, I'm back. I'm making videos, or at least I'm trying to make videos, having fun, and we're gonna have fun here today once this video starts. So have fun.
From Hollywood, in color, it's The Dating Game.
Well, now she's back home, and we thought she might enjoy being exposed to 3 more diverse bachelors, but all with one common denominator.
Hell is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extra is even more than anyone that you adore can love.
Hi, howdy, hello there, my friends. My name is KB, and today is a very special day because today is Valentine's Day. I was sitting thinking, man, every time Valentine's Day has come and passed, I've had bad luck with women, bad luck just feeling unhappy and unsatisfied. So I thought it'd be very, very interesting if today we go through how to be the best person on Valentine's Day and how to be the perfect lover. And we all know the best lover is Lorne Armstrong, right? Like, he's the perfect guy. He has his own business. He's basically his own lawyer. He's amazing. He does everything. And I think we should go through each and every one of his main relationships and try to pick and point the good parts and the bad parts and just see what happens, how to love like Lorne. So of course, our first relationship is the one with Kayla Marie. So how I'm going to structure this is I'm going to do the backstory, the good, the bad, and the breakup, because I feel like those are very important parts in any relationship. It is, I believe, 2004, and To Catch a Predator has just been released. It's just aired in 2004 because predators are running amok. They're using the internet to try to have sex with these underage kids. It's disgusting, and it needs to be brought to the forefront. So we bring out Chris Hansen, we bring out Perverted Justice, and we bring out some cops, and we try to get these guys arrested. So show goes pretty well. It's pretty popular. I'd say it's pretty popular. I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty popular. In 2007, Lorne Armstrong decides to chat it up with many girls that evening, many young girls that evening. But one that sticks with him is, of course, Kayla Marie. And that is how they met. The good in this relationship, I believe that the relationship that Lorne had with Kayla is the best relationship Lorne will ever have. The reason I say that is because it's the only relationship Lorne can properly, I guess, function. He has full control over Kayla, basically. Kayla just replies back with K, doesn't really acknowledge him, just says K. Seems like he's interested, but is not. And Lorne is just basically dating himself, and that's what he wants. He wants this blanket canvas of nothing where he can teach and mend to be the perfect woman for him, to take care of him, to do all this stuff for him. So out of any relationship he's ever had, pre-TCAP and post-TCAP, I believe firmly that Kayla is the best for him, of course, and for us, because that's why he got caught. But for him, I can go on and on, but it's actually, it could be its own video. But I do believe that it's not only the best, it's the only one he can function, not the only one he can function in, but it is certainly the best. It's the one where he's the most happiest in. That's plainly obvious. Like, Kayla, post Kayla, all the relationships we're going to talk about, not as happy as when he's with Kayla. The bad, first of all, it's illegal. And that's it. That's all I really want to say for the bad. If I have to comment on any more, it's illegal and it's immoral. And that's really it. I could say that Kayla wasn't really a person and that she didn't challenge him or didn't really push him to do anything or wasn't really supportive. But Lorne didn't have a problem with that, so why should I have a problem with that? The answer is that I don't have a problem with it. And I don't care because Lorne doesn't care. So we're going to move on. It's immoral, it's illegal, that's the bad. and inevitably the breakup. All relationships end in divorce, breakup, or death. For Lorne's case, this happens to be a breakup because his relationship was completely fake and illegal, and he got caught for doing it. And I don't know what else to really say because he just got caught. He shouldn't have been doing it. He gets caught. That's the end of the relationship. It wasn't a real relationship. So next up on our roster is Emma. And the reason I put Emma on this roster is because she's the best example of being a friend, a friendly friend relationship for only friends. Pretty simple. I think we all know it. Ember Inferno sent a letter to Lorne with a bunch of other stuff, including her number, and then they started chatting. And that's basically how it went. The good in Emma and Lorne's relationship is probably the best thing to happen to them. The best relationship I said was Kayla, which I still stand by. Dating wise, of course. But in this context of just overall just support, Emma, of course, wins the crown.
Sweetie, take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. It's okay, honey.
I would love if anyone had a call where Emma is raging and yelling at Lorne as Emma, because I can't find it. All the calls I find where it's just solo Emma and Lorne are either Emma and Lorne just shooting the stuff, they just talking, or it's Emma as the sidekick or as the side character to like whatever Winnie or whoever is doing whoever.
Hey. Buenos días, guapo. Does this sound better?
Hola.
Okay, good. Did you understand what I said?
Hello. I didn't.
There's calls like The Night from Hell, where it's Emma comforting Lorne, and those are the only 3 types of calls I can find. There, of course, are calls, and maybe there are calls, where Emma is mad at Lorne. These are usually found around the Ramona saga, right when it was ending, and it was probably, I think, January 2019. Lorne was getting mad. No, Lorne completely disowned Emma and Dan for working with Nathaniel, but was talking to Ramona. Quite weird calls.
I'm going to tell you what I want. I want you to leave me the fuck alone. Pretend like you don't fucking know me.
Lorne, I've left you alone.
I don't exist to you at all.
What are you doing?
I don't want anything to do with you ever.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
So why are you calling me then?
Don't ever try to contact me. Don't ever try to fucking get anybody else to call my work to get my attention.
Emma is just the best friend to Lorne, and of course the bad isn't really that bad, but the bad is just Emma betrayed Lorne with Nathaniel, but it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, Emma and Dan went to go visit Lorne, and then Lorne was like, well, yep, that's it, that's all I need, just you can have my social security number, go ahead, you basically own me now. All you had to do is come see me. Anyone, all of you, all you had to do is come see me, and now you basically own me. So, I mean, this is just a very beneficial relationship. Emma just kind of helps Lorne, kind of plays devil's advocate a little bit. If there's a call where Emma kind of rages at Lorne, I'd love to hear it, but I haven't listened to every call in the dump yet, but so far I can't find the call. So I'm just gonna move on. So the next person in our little timeline is Ramona. So Ramona, of course, the backstory for Ramona. Ramona made a comment in Lorne's video, and through Emma got Lorne's phone number. The good in Lorne and Ramona's relationship. Well, it lasted a year, so there must have been some good times. But of course, we only get the rage and yelling because that's what sells. But I mean, good. I think they might have had some good times. I don't know. I can't find any. If they did, it's very little and far between from all the yelling and rage and nastiness.
Maybe I did say that because it would have been fucking hilarious.
Because you wanted me to, he's a goofy. You wanted me to wear just my diaper and a coat, and I'd show up in just my diaper and a coat.
That would have made me laugh my ass off. You really did. That would have been so fucking hilarious.
So let's skip to the bad. The bad is where it's happening at. The bad with Lorne and Ramona. I don't know who said this, but I think it was Tiffany Lockhart. And I think she said that Ramona is the most gentle anyone should be to Lorne, at least in a relationship. And I completely agree. I think Ramona, she didn't do a bad job, of course. She's just a very logical person. So instead of being like a Winnie, or maybe even a Debbie, and start yelling at Lorne and telling him, putting him in his place like that, like just shouting and yelling at him, Ramona would try to trap him in more logical situations.
Lorne, let me tell you something. I'm going to be bold and I'm going to be brazen with you. Okay? I'm a lot smarter than you are. Lorne, you have a girlfriend, and yet... Lorne, listen to me. Okay, listen to this, okay? You have a girlfriend who lives hundreds of miles away from you, in a different part of the country, and yet you can't cheat on her and have her not find out?
She's basically using the Socratic method, and that's what I like about her. She's very smart and logical, and she's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep asking this monster questions over and over again until he catches himself in a lie, and then he has to admit to me that's what's happening. Which, of course, he's too stupid to even realize that's what's happening, so it doesn't really matter. But it's fun to watch, it's fun to listen to.
There's nothing you could do. There was literally nothing that you could do. You knew what happened, you knew how it happened, you knew when it happened, you knew what I was going to do about it. That's all that you needed to know.
I was just worried not knowing.
You weren't worried. You weren't worried because you sent me messages like, gee, happy you wanted to talk to me today. Amazing. Completely ignored me today.
What else is bad between Ramona and Lorne? Well, all the jealousy comes out here. I mean, of course we have lovely ex-Derek from the chat log, but that wasn't a real threat. And here, man, the therapist and the doctor, and then Ramona's cousin too. There's a lot of guys.
I am tired of that motherfucker. You don't fucking understand that or what? We fucking tell that cocksucker for too fucking long, and I'm fucking tired of it. You're gonna lose me because of him.
And of course, finally the breakup. Ramona is the only catfish, I believe, that has broken up with Lorne. Not including Kayla, because Kayla didn't break up with Lorne, I guess, from her omission. Kayla was, if the sting never happened, Kayla would have been down, because Kayla is 13 and doesn't know what is going on. So Ramona is the only one that really doesn't break, or does break it off. And of course this live stream, and of course it's glorious because she reveals everything to him.
Lorne, I see the type of person that you are. You have not...
don't see the type of person that I am because you're not here to see me.
Lorne, you have not...
You are not here to spend time with me in person.
Lorne, I don't need to be in person with you to see that you're a crappy human being. You are abusive in every way.
So, Casey Monroe is the actual actress that played Kayla when Lorne went to the Sting house. So I believe the story goes that Casey was watching Lorne's YouTube videos and he was seeing him as this big star from like Catfish, from not even just from TCAP and making YouTube videos. He's this big star. And Casey, in a phone call that I don't have because it's not in the dump, admits to Lorne that there was something between the two of them this whole time. When she first saw him at the Sting house, there was something between the two of them, which, if I'm giving benefit of the doubts here, sucks. It's awful. I wouldn't believe that at all. She's played by a lovely, lovely girl named Tiffany Lockhart. So, let's talk about the good in this relationship. There isn't any good. Everything is bad in this relationship. I can't find anything that's good. It lasted for like 6 months, 6 or 5 months, or maybe 8 months. There's nothing good in this relationship. It's all abuse, and it all sucks. Oh, man, I don't even know where to start. Okay. So first you have Lorne, and he sucks. And he doesn't know how to handle people who are victims, especially when it comes to Paul. He's awful with that.
How much sex solves anything with you when
rape has nothing to do with sex.
We're gonna get fucking down dirty now. Because we're gonna get this fucking bullshit out of us.
You can get the bullshit out of you. I don't have any bullshit.
Bullshit, you don't.
You're
gonna tell me. You are going to tell me. You are going to fucking tell me every fucking dirty thing that happened to you.
Casey gives every sign in the world that she's not really that interested, but Lorne still attaches to her. And then, in the middle of it, Casey, played by Tiffany Lockhart, gets switched out with Casey, who's now played by Ember. So now we have 2 different versions of Casey.
Hi, baby.
They're not good friends. They know you're waiting.
Yeah, but they were in Skowhegan. That's where I was earlier today. It's only about 10 miles away.
It's a good thing they don't have to walk back.
Yeah.
So now we have Ember playing Casey. And then Casey goes to the hospital. And then we get post-off pummeling where he gets mad because Dan bought a ton of balloons and basically tells everyone to get away from Casey. And Casey's alone and he's being manipulative.
Lorne, yes, I promise I'm going to do what you said, and I'm going to tell Casey I can't see her anymore, okay? Because that's what he told me. He told me that I can't see you anymore.
And then you have the TSA call, and I don't even know when that happens. And Tiffany's back in this one too.
Don't hang up on me, please. I don't even know what is happening. I was on a spaceship. It was spinning really fast.
And there's Nick.
I'm not Honey Daddy. I am Lorne.
Honey Daddy on the phone.
There's so many characters. There's Paul. There's Goons.
Hey, a man with tattoos is coming up to me. He's walking. Maybe he'll be able to help me. There's a guy with a lot of tattoos, but he's coming up to me, so maybe he can help.
Run!
Casey, come here.
Okay.
Come here.
What?
Get
What?
Hey!
She's over here.
Get her Motherfucker, I want to talk to her.
Who are you?
Hey.
I'm running. I'm trying to get away.
Tell that motherfucker I want to talk to him. Tell him I want to talk to him.
Get her! I'm trying to get away from him.
Get her!
Hey, run.
And it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And it's bad. It's a bad relationship. This relationship sucked. Of course, since this relationship sucked, it doesn't end. There's no breakup. And I'll explain that when we get to the next girl. Ooh.
It's got to be somebody else.
I can be honest. But
You're
it
not.
doesn't matter what I say when I am honest. You don't believe what I say.
Lorne.
You got it stuck in your head that I was a certain way.
You are
don't
a
know.
pedophile. Pedophile!
Winnie Pollard. So, Winnie is terrible.
I'm calling the Pinewood Motel.
The fuck you calling them for?
So, it would be funny.
But we'll get to that. We need backstory first. So, Casey. We left off with Casey, right? So, of course, since Casey is a real person, we can't have Lorne pretending that Casey is actually his girlfriend. So they decide that Casey was manipulated by Xavier von Erck, the head of Perverted Justice, I believe. Xavier is manipulating Casey to play tricks on Lorne. So now Casey reveals her real name, which ends up being Wendy Pollard. And yes, I don't have the initial call where she reveals this, but I do have calls that there are calls that confirm that it was Wendy Pollard. This is what happens, and I'll play clips here or there.
Mother's not confirmed with Winnie, no? If we're gonna call her Winnie now, she can't be called Wendy. She don't want to be called Wendy because homie's Wendy.
But so now we have Wendy Pollard. This is where I'm like, man, you have to be that stupid, because now he's writing the script, because they come out as, okay, I'm Wendy Pollard. So now we have Casey, who's now Wendy Pollard. But if you know your Lorne lore, Lorne's drinking buddy is Tony Farmer, and Tony is married to a girl named Wendy. So Lorne gets confused and doesn't like, both Lorne and Tony don't like the fact that Wendy is the name of Casey, who is now Wendy. So Lorne retroactively says, hey, I don't want to call you Wendy. So now they have to change it, and they just change it to Winnie. So now we have a winner for Pollard. He rewrites his own catfish script, but doesn't realize he's being catfished. Now we're on to the good. There's not a lot of good, but I think there may be some good. I don't even know if I can even find evidence for this, but there are some places where there are some calls where it's just Lorne and Winnie kind of just messing around, and it's not really kind of love. It's actually kind of really sad when you think about it.
If you hang up the other line, baby, give Roy a call, and you'll be able to hear how drunk he is.
Okay. Is he drunk?
I mean, he is. Oh God, yeah. He is slurring his words. He's having a hard time fucking standing up, for Christ's sakes. He said he thought he was gonna sleep over Mom, and I told him, no, you're not fucking sleeping over Mom. So you stay right here tonight, 'cause you need to get off the fucking jug.
It's crazy how this relationship lasted so long, because she's bonkers. She's absolutely crazy. And that's the bad. The bad is that she's crazy. She's a nutcase. She's definitely not someone that Lorne should be with. But she is in a way, because she's kind of like Lorne, and that's why I like her a lot. She's trying to in my opinion, Winnie is trying to match up to be Lorne's, just to match Lorne's energy. Whole relationship's bad. Lorne's Dark November, terrible. Everything about it is terrible. Winnie cheats on Lorne so many times, lies about it, lies that she's cheating, like says that she's cheating, but then she's not cheating. So why would you lie that you're cheating? Like, there's no point. It's stupid. It's all stupid. Everything is stupid. Love is stupid. My camera died or something. I don't know. I'm gonna just hit record. I hope everything's fine. I hope I don't have to set this up because this took a real long time. Breakup time. So, I don't know how they broke up, because that's another bad part about this relationship. They break up so many times, over and over again. It's just constant breakup.
Don't hang up on me again. You can't hear what I'm saying if you hang up on me.
I don't want to hear what you're saying. You broke up with me.
So what's for me to text than it is for you to text? I did not break up with you. I never said one word about breaking up with you.
You said good luck. I know what that means, and we're done. I'm not playing your fucking games. You tried to make it seem like you were breaking up with me, and that was what you were trying to do, and that's how I took it, and you broke up with me. So.
But I really like how they break up, because they break up and Winnie starts getting better, and I want to make a video talking about it, but I think it's common trope in TV series and maybe in some movies too. Winnie matches Lorne's energy pretty well. So you have Winnie, who decides to break up with Lorne, or whichever happens. Lorne decides to break up with Winnie, I don't know. But then Winnie starts getting better. When he gets married to Will, I believe. When he starts going to college. When he stops doing drugs. And now Lorne's supposed to look at himself, and he's like supposed to be like, man, what do I do with my life? And of course, we all know what he did with that, and that is where we go into, I believe, our final catfish.
The night that you and Lorne broke up, can you go through that for me so I know what happened?
Yes, I called him. He told me we need to break up, and I said fine. And then Victor and I just went somewhere else with the trailer. I checked out of the hospital. That was it. And like all the elements help you, and you just call on them and the stars, and things happen. Dan, I've been sober. I haven't done anything like I drank the other night. But like no coke, you know me. I was always snorting on something.
Sounds pretty freaky.
So, this one's gonna need a little bit of backstory too, but we are now at Debbie. So, this is all the way back when we're playing Casey Monroe, which is by Tiffany Lockhart. But then Casey Monroe starts being voiced by Ember, and Tiffany kind of, she kind of leaves for a bit, right? But she comes back as Debbie, and there's a phone call where Winnie is introducing Debbie to Lorne, and Lorne starts freaking out because he recognizes Debbie's voice, but can't put a pin on it. And there are tons of calls that I can't find yet where Lorne is pressing Debbie on the fact that she sounds so familiar. How do you sound so familiar? Of course, after a while, he just kind of forgets, or so I've heard.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just still a little messed up about last night.
Okay.
I'd like explanations for it.
For what? My sister?
Yeah.
I got excited talking to her and you and introducing you guys.
Yeah, but her voice is so distinct.
So Debbie kind of plays as Tiffany Lockhart for a while, and then I think she switches back into Ember for just a tiny little bit, and there's a swordfish accident. The swordfish accident puts Debbie into the hospital, and when she's in the hospital, she starts talking a bunch of crap about how she's basically hitting on Lorne, but she's completely out of it because of the medication. So when she gets out of it, Lorne is now attached to all of the flirting that Debbie has done. So now Debbie decides to put in effort to try to help Lorne get better and try to get past this whole pedophile thing and this whole sting thing by realizing the truths of the nature of his problems. But Lorne is trying to do it to get with Debbie because Lorne still thinks that Debbie's into him when she says, actually, at the end of every major phone call, like the I am the predator calls, hey, I'm not into you, I don't like you at all, I was on medication, I don't want a relationship right now.
I love your voice.
Right.
It's comforting. And then when you talk to me, it's completely different then because you put it to me straight. I really wish I could. I don't know. I can't say help you understand. I really wish. I guess that's the only way that I can say it. I would really wish that I could help you understand how much I really do not want to disappoint you or me or anybody else that is in my life, but especially you or me or Mom.
Well, cool.
It means a lot to me to be able to show you how much I can change.
So, the good. The good is a weird good because it's kind of like that double-edged sword in a way where you meet this amazing person. She treats you well, she's great, and she helps you with your problems. But then she breaks up with you and you leave. She leaves. And you're like, man, it sucks that she left. It really does suck that she left. But I got something out of it. She helped me deal with some problems, and now I can go on and live my life.
You were trying to make it not your fault. That's what you were doing.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was doing.
Because like you said earlier, you didn't get upset with yourself until Chris Hansen walked around the corner. That's when you're like, oh, motherfucker, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
This is the kind of situation where, of course, Debbie comes and helps Lorne. And then Lorne gets some help. I feel like there was something that recognized with them. Lorne gets help. And then Debbie's like, I don't like you, Lorne. And then Lorne, of course, isn't like, that's the main problem. Lorne isn't like, oh, well, this didn't work, but at least I got some actual help in counseling. And maybe I can move on with my life. It's always a gain. And he's the con man. He's always trying to gain something. So the only good isn't really a good because Lorne doesn't think it's a good. It's only a good if he takes it as a good. If he takes the help and advice that Debbie has gave to him. But he doesn't because he didn't gain anything. He didn't gain Debbie's attraction. So it doesn't matter. The bad, of course, is all the blaming, all the cocksuckers, all that good stuff. It's bad. It's pretty bad. That's really the worst of it, though, because Debbie kind of just stays away from Lorne. After that, we get the psycho calls. He's just losing it. It's great. I love it. I love every bit of it. But that's really it for Debbie.
Oh, yeah, so take fucking drugs before you give me a chance?
Of course.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
No, you're not kidding me? Good. Then I'm not kidding about this. Bye.
Oh, no. Did you hang up on me again? I'm just going to have to call you back.
Now we come to the apex. We come to the top, the peak, what this video has been building up for. You guys ready? I'm ready. So, to answer the question, how do we love like Lorne does? Because we all know Lorne is at the top of the food chain, and everyone's trying to get a bite of him. So how do we love like him? How do I apply these skills to get women? Well, the answer is very simple. First, women are objects. They're not human anymore. They're objects. Unless you're talking about Mama Gwen. If you're not talking about Mama Gwen, then everyone is an object and has to serve Lorne. No lying. No working with Nathaniel or Xavier. Actually, it's better off if you don't know anything about TCAP. You're an object. You do his bidding. You can't bring anything about the chat log to him. No TCAP, nothing. Or you're working with Nathaniel and you're the enemy. He'll never break up with you. Remember that. Never ever. He will never break up with you. Well, he broke up with Winnie to get with Debbie. And that's really it. But other than that, he'll never break up with you. He'll never ever break up with you. But he will cheat on you. He definitely will. If there's someone in his area that can get to him before you do, he'll cheat on him. Which, by the way, you have to go to his trailer. Even if it's just one time, you have to go. You have to answer every call on the hour. If you say that you were with any other guy, doesn't matter if it's your abusive dad, doesn't matter if it's your cousin, doesn't matter if it's your friend that you met in drug rehab that you have coped with, doesn't matter at all. Whoever it is, doesn't matter. If it's a guy, then Lorne will instantly get jealous. You're basically screwed at that point. And yeah, that's how you really love like Lorne. And a bonus point if you're under the age of 15. Now, if for some weird, strange reason that I don't know, but for some reason you don't want to love like Lorne, even though everyone wants to love like Lorne. I mean, he's a keeper. Who doesn't want to love like Lorne? But I have to get the YouTube views, I have to cater to everyone, and there's like maybe a 1% chance that there's someone out there who doesn't want to love like Lorne. So if you want to love like Lorne, or if you don't want to love like Lorne, then what you want to do is very simple. Treat people like people. Find common ground. Find someone you're actually interested in. Make sure you respect them. Make sure they respect you. You have to compromise in a relationship, of course. Compromise is always key. The most important thing in a relationship, at least to me, is truth. You always want to be truthful. If you're lying and your relationship is built on lies, then you're not going to get anywhere. Be truthful. Don't be jealous. Be honest. Don't lie. And just be a decent human being. Be honest about your problems. Address your problems head on if it's bothering your significant other. Couples are going to fight. If you guys fight, make sure it's not so often. Make sure you don't get so mad. No abuse should be going on. Make sure they're above the age of 18. That's very important. I believe that's all the advice I have for you. But once again, I have to ask, why would anyone in the world want to not love like Lorne?